Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. American KoKo Season 2. If you're not sure where to watch this fantastic show, you go to this link right here. The link will also be in the description. Where is it? I think right here. Below. Up in there. The last scene of Season 1, the killer of the slain black male, the slain male, walks into E.A.R, which is the Everybody's a Little Racist agency. John Williamson. Well, he walks in. He actually walked into the E.A.R. He wants to be represented and for Everybody's a Little Racist agency to clear him from being labeled a racist. Be a certified non-racist. What? Okay. When I saw him standing there, I felt like, what would you do if you're someone? What would you do? I mean, get that paper and work the case here. Don't forget that $50,000 retainer. I see y'all getting that money, paying them bills. Man, Team KoKo, they're killing the visuals in Season 2. Williamson parks his car outside of the agency, and KoKo goes outside, vandalizes this guy's car, and I guess KoKo felt like raindrops, a drop top, put something in my hand and make it go pop pop. And it was just representing, because that's what everybody would want to do. If you were faced with that person, what would you do? You would run away with your tail between her legs, almost like she did too, so stop. I'm living for the fact that she goes to this black woman's therapy. Somehow I deleted a chunk out of Season 1's review where all these other angry black women go to fix themselves, to release how they feel, their frustrations of the day. I mean, if you got to just jump on somebody's grill and that makes you happy, then I suggest y'all go jump on grills. But do it safely. If you have to vent, then vent. And if you have someone to confide into, then confide. But don't hold it up, because if you hold it in, it's not going to be good for the one person that you end up blowing up all over, okay? I love Zainab. Zainab is Zainab's a comedian. I saw her on some TV show. I can't remember the name of the TV show. Something special. I can't remember what I saw her on. Anyway, she's funny as heck, and she's a natural girl too. Team natural. Yeah, look, you shut up. You shut up. You don't know my struggle today. You shut your mouth. All right? I've been outside in 100-degree weather today doing bake sales for T-ball, and y'all need to shut it, okay? Because this mama right here, this 4C girl, she needs her hat. And what you're not going to do is say a word. Zainab's super funny, man, and she's also in this therapy session, and it's led by this chick named Grace, who is also like, I don't know if it made it to the last episode, but she plays Luke Cage, the detective from Luke Cage on Netflix. Y'all need to watch that. Support it. Great show. And it's going to come back for 2. And I do believe Luke Cage is going to be part of, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. The one with Daredevil and Jessica Jones. But I'm sure she'll make an appearance on that because she's that dope. So it's Zainab's time to let it all out. And KoKo is overstepping and upstaging. And it was just funny. It was super funny, man. They end up saying this sister girl's prayer, and the sister girl's prayer was everything. KoKo's prayer, KoKo's moment, KoKo's words. Oh my gosh, can y'all say it with me? God grant me the serenity not to cuss out my coworkers, folks in the grocery store, or a-holes on the expressway, to accept the things that I cannot change, and the wisdom to listen to Oprah. Girl, who wrote that? Who wrote that? Because Oprah is the black woman's everything. You know why? Did Oprah not change the game when she had that Legends Ball? You better sing, Patty. I love, too, her purse. Her purse says a message. Her coffee mug says a message. It says white tears. Yo, my husband showed me the best coffee mug yesterday. It had like a middle finger in the bottom of the cup. So like when you drink it and it gets that low, you see the middle finger. Season 1, we learned that KoKo's favorite word is a F-bomb. And she doesn't just release her F-bombs just to be saying it. I mean, she says her F-bombs with purpose. Duh. I also like how they do bring up the stereotypes that every ethnic group tends to be portrayed as. And this time in this episode, she brought up how Asians driving and whatnot. And Lucky was like, whatever, it's fine. But then she ends up bringing it back later, like, like you said about driving. I was like, yes, Lucky, read her, because why? You represent who you represent. You know what I slipped up off Season 1's review too? I didn't break down the cast. Lucky's dope because she doesn't bite her tongue like Milo, because they said the whole white privilege thing. And what class was that? I think it was in college, like my junior year. It was a social problems class, and we were reading this book, and they just talked about white privilege, and I was like, wow, this is so interesting. You don't realize. So the fact that he's so down to earth, but they understand that he's there for that reason. I don't know. And yo, when he transformed with KoKo into characters and he put on my Aunt Suge's hair thing, you know, that Genie in a Bottle hair wrap, I said, you know what, y'all got him with that. They put Milo in a Dijon mustard suit and gave him an I Dream of Genie head wrap that my great Aunt Suge used to RIP Aunt Suge. Anywho, they put a her head wrap on him, and it gave me all kinds of life. Yes, Baldwin is hilarious. I love everything about it. I like was he the one who had on bright orange socks? He had the French mustard. Milo had on the Dijon mustard. Look, the mustard selection in this show is everything ever. He's funny. When he told his story of his rite to passage when he said something about going to camp, that was fun. His rite to passage story was hilarious. He's a smart guy. He's a numbers guy. He crunches the numbers. I like his character. I like his style. I like all of their styles. They're so different. They're like Captain Planet. This cast is like Captain Planet. They all have their powers. They all unite for Team KoKo. They all should just have rings in season 3, and they should just be like, we are KoKo's Captain Planet. Let's go. So, bathroom cutie ends up being her match, Quan. Quan is cute. He's her match, and I felt like, oh, she finally gets someone. And I love that they made him not be the tall, dark, and handsome. You better find that love and stop looking in the same places. I ain't mad at you. I also enjoyed the fact that her best friend is not a sister. Locked up, and she noticed a little bit of chemistry. She was like, okay, I see you, girl. So you gotta respect that. Do y'all see these dead bodies just piling up, though? They low-key piling up, man. But yes, when he said, give me your number, boy, you better be demanding. Everybody's a little racist agency. They are now at John Williamson's home, and they are shadowing him just to see his everyday day-to-day moves, to see, okay, maybe we'll find something out. Maybe he'll blurt out while he's watching TV something in his sleep. Maybe he sings a song that is like something, anything that they can say, all right, he is what the world is stereotyping him as, a racist. I love the fact that they say his shower song. Oh my goodness. They were talking about a shower song. What is your shower song? Now, my shower song, I ain't gonna lie to you. Mm-mm. Get out of here! Get out of here, you little girl! My kid! Gosh. Take 2. My shower song is LSG, My Body. You shut your mouth and you don't judge me. My Body is a good song. Anytime you can get Gerald, Johnny Gill, and Keith Sweat on the same record, it's classics on there. I love that album. And I really like My Body. It's your body. Quan is a vlogger. His piece of work is called The Irate Asian, and KoKo's like, evidently KoKo is a fan. We already know she gets her news from the YouTube vlogs, so it's like they already told us kind of what she's into, what she's more, flowing towards. And I felt like at that point, okay, has he been like peeping her, since she's so used to watching and analyzing everything? Has he been watching her, and is game getting ran on her, and that ended up being what it was? And she's got scars from her past, but she's still receptive to love, and I like that. This chick still didn't cash the check for $50,000. Like, drop a comment below. Hopefully y'all still rocking with me, still watching it. But drop a comment below. Why didn't she cash the check? Like I said, the therapy sessions that are randomly in this show are hilarious. I really like it. KoKo is really open to love and shooting her shot with this guy. She really feeling open. Woo. Season 3 gonna be something. So we meet the grandma. We meet John Williamson's grandma, and something ain't sitting right in my stomach when I first saw the lady. I was like, okay, when she said something, I can't remember what it was. Why in the world did she say that? When she said it, how she said it, I knew something was gonna be fishy with her. The grandma said one line, number one, that threw me. The second thing grandma said thing was when Grandma had KoKo put on an old school dress, and I looked at that dress. I said, "Girl, whose dress was that?" With the, was it a bee? I think it was a bee on there. You know, she looked like she was a boogie woogie joogie doogie. It was like one of those type of get down. I knew something was up. KoKo starts digging. She looks in this little box. She sees the initials NJ, the initials NJ carved in wood, and she was trying to figure it out. We end up finding out it's Najee or Nashee's initials. Something really bad happened in 5th grade that scarred Williamson. They link up with NJ, who is Ashley Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's Ashley Banks from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It was cool to see her. And she's basically saying, you know, he was the first, you know, everybody has their first for someone who dropped the N-bomb at them. Very true. N-bomb story. It would have to be, man, when I was in college, and I was walking to work. Didn't have a car at this particular moment. I was walking to work, and which was like it was about 3 blocks away from my apartment, and it was hot there where I was. 70 degrees was hot, but I still was trucking it, and this van drives over the curb. This van drives over the curb, and he jumps out and he's like, "You effing B, you N-bomb." Like, he was giving it to me. I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on? And people start, thankfully, these other people, because I was, you know, 19 or whatever, these people start calling 911, because then he jumps out the minivan, sweaty, crazy, wet, nasty hair. And I'm like 5'5". This dude is like 6'5", probably 350. White male, about 50 to 55 years old. He charging at me, and I'm like, you know what? It's about to go down, because if you touch me, or you coming at me that way, I'm not running. We're just gonna have to go for blows. So I'm ready. And God, he got close to me, and I don't even know if I said anything. Like, I literally don't know if I said anything. But this dude, he just stopped, and he kept saying N-bomb, N-bomb. And I kid you not, in that moment, this officer comes, and he's like, well, he didn't separate me. I think I was frozen. But he comes, he gets the guy towards his vehicle, and he's asking me, am I okay? And I think I just was so froze, I couldn't give him a statement right then. I was just like, you know, what do you do? So when Nashay said that, it kind of triggered in my head, like, dang, that is true. You might forget it for a minute the first time, but once it hits you, you're like, dang, it's a messed up moment that you never forget. You either going for blood when it happens, or you learn from it. And my experience was, it was one of those moments to where, I guess it was just one of those moments to where I decided what I wanted to do with my life. Anyway, her past, what happened in 5th grade, he did call her this N-word, and so we know he's capable at this point. We are still seeing random dead bodies of, you know, black folks. Unnoticed dead bodies of black folks still popping up everywhere. So we're back at the Everybody's a Little Racist agency, and the crew are about to certify Williamson as a non-racist. Gives him his paperwork, and they hit you with the Kaiser Sose. I said, oh my gosh, the usual suspects. They give us the music, the scenery. She got her cup, the white tears cup mug in her hand, and she's sipping, and she's looking at their war room board, putting it together, and we see him walking out. Like, he was a little bit happy, but we see his legs. And, you know, Kaiser Sose, he was like little real pigeon toe. Then he straightened up, then he walked, and then the glass fell because it all played backwards, like all the words he was saying. If you haven't seen The Usual Suspects, you don't understand what they were saying. So watch The Usual Suspects. That's your homework. KoKo is drinking. She looks at the board, and she sees this picture of the grandma, the history, and we know that, you know, your upbringing has a lot to do with how you see the world, treat people in this world, and your actions. Not always, but sometimes, you know. You can't do nothing about how your genetics are. You can't do anything about how you're wired, but you are in control of your actions. Now, she sees a picture of this old, like, riot type, and you see this lady, like, This is ugly. They're saying, you know, this almost like she's at a hate rally and she's yelling at you would think to be some black folks, right? Well, she's yelling. It's like a 1950s black and white picture of a chicken like this boom boogie woogie type of, you know, emblem, a letter emblem on her dress. And it ends up being the same dress that KoKo wore at that lady's house. The same face of the grandma. So we know it's a grandma. Grandma has something to do with it. Yes, they're 5 to 9 minute episodes times 6 or whatnot, but the message in this show is powerful, and the time that they gave was every second was well displayed, and I'm happy for them. I'm excited for them. Yeah, and let me tell you too, I'm doing my kid's hair. I'm oiling her scalp, listening to Master P, because that's what I do. I was actually watching the Essence Festival on YouTube because I wanted to see Escape, and then I heard on Twitter that on Black Twitter that Master P had messed up his lyrics, so I had to see it. So I wanted to see it. And then I'm yelling at my husband to change the baby's diaper, and my alert goes off for Twitter, and the stars of the show retweeted me, and that made me feel something stupid awesome. It made me feel really good, and I don't care if this video for season 2 or season 1 video has 1 view. They saw it, they appreciated it, and that makes me happy. It was retweeted. Because you never know if your video is going to snap, crackle, and pop. I don't really care. I make my videos for my view, my opinion, and I'm not doing it to please nobody. I'm doing it because I want to see somebody who looks like me talk about shows that I like. Bottom line. That's why I do it. You know, no fluff, no nothing. So, that, my friend, is that. I hope y'all enjoyed this review. If I missed out anything, sorry. I'm so sorry. Can't wait for season 3. Shouts out to the cast. Shouts out to everybody involved, like I said. Thank you.